Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. NFL executives have reportedly reached out to Prince Harry, inviting him to attend the highly anticipated culmination of the NFL season, the Super Bowl. With Taylor Swift's presence adding to the excitement, this year's Super Bowl is expected to draw significant viewership. An NFL insider revealed to the Mirror, "It is well known that the Prince has a passion for American football, and organizers have extended an invitation to him following his recent appearance at the awards ceremony." The insider highlighted Taylor Swift's attendance as a significant factor contributing to the anticipation surrounding the event. This wouldn't be Prince Harry's first experience with the Super Bowl. In 2022, he attended the game alongside Princess Eugenie in his adopted home state of California, adding to the royal presence at the prestigious sporting event. Privacy-minded Harry appeared at Thursday's NFL Honors in Las Vegas to give out the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year to Pittsburgh Steelers defensive tackle Cameron Hayward. Harry said, "All you guys do on and off the field is truly remarkable. You are role models for millions in the way you carry yourselves and the way you give back. This final award, the highest honor, is all about serving your community. And there's one special man we'd like to pay tribute to now, a player who goes above and beyond and whose extraordinary commitment to helping others is a reflection of his own story," he continued. Hayward's reaction, "Man, Prince freaking Harry. Man, I'm in shock. That's Prince Harry." Harry has reached a settlement for a substantial sum in the ongoing segments of his phone hacking lawsuit against the publisher of the Daily Mirror, as confirmed by the High Court. Last December, the High Court ruled in favour of awarding £140,600 in damages to the Duke of Sussex following a trial that uncovered his mobile phone being hacked by journalists from Mirror Group newspapers MGM between 2006 and 2011. The judge's decision revealed that the media conglomerate, which encompasses the Daily Mirror, Sunday Mirror, and Sunday People, had engaged in extensive phone hacking practices on a widespread and habitual basis. During a recent court session in London, the Duke's barrister, David Sherborne, announced the resolution reached between Prince Harry and MGN. He stated that Mirror Group newspapers would provide Harry with a substantial additional sum by way of damages, along with covering his legal expenses. Addressing the press outside the courtroom, Mr. Sherborne read a statement on behalf of Prince Harry asserting, "Everything we said was happening at Mirror Group was in fact happening, and indeed far worse, as the court ruled in its extremely damning judgment." He emphasized how the case had exposed the shockingly dishonest practices of MGN and their attempts to conceal the truth. Regarding Piers Morgan, who served as editor during the years in question, the statement claimed, "His contempt for the court's ruling and his continued attacks ever since demonstrate why it was so important to obtain a clear and detailed judgment." In December, Mr. Morgan delivered a scathing speech outside his London residence, asserting that Prince Harry wouldn't know the truth if it slapped him around his California-tanned face. However, Mr. Morgan denies any knowledge of the phone hacking activities. An MGN spokesperson expressed satisfaction with the agreement, stating, "We are pleased to have reached this agreement, which gives our business further clarity to move forward from events that took place many years ago and for which we have apologized." Mr. Sherborne revealed that the publisher would make an interim payment towards costs amounting to £400,000. During last year's trial, 33 articles from Harry's claim were scrutinized, with 15 articles found to have been the result of unlawful information gathering. Mr. Justice Fancourt determined that Harry's phone was hacked to a modest extent, resulting in the £140,000 damages award. However, there remain an additional 115 articles in Harry's claim, potentially subject to further legal proceedings. On Twitter, Piers Morgan issued a statement which reads, "I totally agree with Prince Harry that ruthless intrusion into the private lives of the royal family for financial gain is utterly reprehensible, and I hope he stops doing it." Ingrid Seward, editor-in-chief of Majesty magazine, expressed her thoughts to The Sun about Harry's visit to see Charles. She said, "William would be upset that Harry yet again has chosen to make this visit to see his father a PR opportunity. As far as William is concerned, he has absolutely no interest in speaking to Harry until Harry behaves like a gentleman and apologizes for the years of rudeness and slurs he has aimed at William and the Princess of Wales." Continuing, she suggested that William must be privately furious at Harry's purported use of the trip as an opportunity to announce his arrival and expect to see William Seward opined that Harry's spontaneous visit demonstrated his enduring impulsive nature and argued that he should have waited for a week or two before making such a move. An insider told the Daily Beast that the king announcing he had cancer was totally unprecedented and incredibly brave, but suddenly the focus was on what Harry was doing. He seemed to have this knack of making it all about him. Some people think it's a bit late to cast himself as the dutiful, concerned son. After all, the unforgivable things he said about his father and brother and their wives in his book. Another royal insider took the opposite view, telling the Beast, "I don't think it's fair to blame Harry for coming over. Charles could have easily suggested a later date. Overall, I think the situation has turned out pretty well for everyone. Getting those two in a room together for half an hour is actually a remarkable achievement, and it sends all the right messages of forgiveness and reconciliation without rolling out the red carpet. If William wants to carry on being bad cop forever, that's up to him." Another of William's friends told the Daily Beast, "William never wants to see him again." Palace Intrigue will be right back. The Guardian asks, do this week's events actually have institutional implications for the monarchy? The instant reflex of many will be to say no. The British monarchy's recent history of adaptiveness under Queen Elizabeth II and now Charles points that way too. After all, the firm is hardwired for continuity. Seamless adaptation is what the monarchy does. It has been doing it again this week, albeit wrapped in the privileged language in which going back to work becomes the resumption of duties. Few politicians have any interest in questioning any aspect of this. Yet the King's diagnosis is still a shared national shock. It reverberates more widely than if the sufferer were you or me. It was also very unexpected. Coming so soon after the end of Elizabeth II's unprecedentedly long reign, it poses governance questions that are unfamiliar to rulers and the ruled alike. The country is not used to being presided over by a withdrawn or sick sovereign. This has set people thinking and talking. It is silly to pretend otherwise, and sillier still to disapprove of discussing it. Looking back, this thinking and talking did not happen enough when Elizabeth II died. She had been there for so long that the transition to Charles occurred in a kind of collective disbelieving daze that the fateful moment had finally arrived. As a result, the national conversation in September 2022 tended mainly to look back to the past, not forward to the future. The new king was already a deeply familiar figure. This ensured as stable and unquestioning a transition as is possible to imagine. And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or your app of choice. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue and good times.